Nigeria's national grid had collapsed multiple times in 2024, with the most recent incident occurring on December 11, 2024. This frequent national grid collapse has left millions without electricity, causing economic and mental challenges for Nigerians. The persistence of national grid collapse across all administrations that came before that of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu highlights how deeply rooted the problem is. Despite the huge investment in the power sector, the national grid had collapsed about 105 times in the last 8 years. What then is responsible for the incessant collapse? An energy expert, Olatunji Ariyomo, explains.
Most of the infrastructure currently that constitute our national grid are getting old on a daily basis. This is not to say that government has not been improving or investing in them. But remember, we are currently over 200 million people. So in terms of carrying capacity, what Nigerians even need, we are not even scratching the surface at all. So we have aging infrastructure. Beyond aging infrastructure, we also have a situation whereby our maintenance attitude, our maintenance strategy do not basically match what we have on ground to be managed. Sabotage of the national grid has been a major factor contributing to grid collapses. The last month, when we experienced the 11th grid collapse, you recall that it was stated openly that some of the pylons, that's the transmission towers, were blown up with explosives. So what does that say? It shows that we have people who deliberately are sabotaging the national grid as a critical national infrastructure. So we have these multifaceted reasons why we keep on having grid collapse, like the current one we are dealing with, which is the 12th one.
Also, an engineer, Okedele Sunday, blamed consumers for the development.
The load rejection by the customer, especially the distribution company, spoil it all. Because if there is a load in the grid and it was not being picked by the distribution company, there's nothing we can do, because when the generator is running and is sending power through the transmission line into the customer, if the customer did not pick it, the generator will be making noise, and the noise is because of spanning no load. That is to say, it's running, nobody use it, and then it will result into overheating in the generator, and overheating the generator, because of the damage in the generator, it may switch off. And when one switch off, others can be following.
They, however, suggested ways out of the predicament.
We have to have a sense of belonging, that this thing is our things, and then we have to protect it. We have to fight against vandals. We have to query people that you said that is using electricity equipment or materials. People that were even selling conductor, aluminum conductor is old. We could query them. How do you get your conductor?
I've advocated on the platform belonging to Nigerian engineers and others that we need to retain our national grid, but we need to make the national grid a very smart grid in such a way that will accommodate distributed smaller or clusters of seemingly isolated systems that are interconnected. So you have interconnected smaller grids. We can have 6 of them that are talking to each other. And luckily, we have advanced technologies to make this happen. If we deployed a decentralized but interconnected national grid system, it will mean that the Northeast area could be isolated, ring-fenced, and then we will still be able to push energy from Azura even to the North Central. And from North Central, it can go to the Northwest.
The transmission company, in several statements, blamed vandalization and insecurity for the frequent grid collapse. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, also blamed insecurity and obsolete transmission infrastructure for the company's national grid collapse. Addressing these challenges will require a collaborative effort from stakeholders, including policymakers, engineers, and consumers, to ensure a reliable and efficient power supply that supports the nation's economic growth and development. Ultimately, with the right focus and investment, Nigeria can transform its electricity sector and ensure reliable power for all its citizens. Abidemi Akinrotoye, OSRC News.